unordinary for the games we've been seeing in CIS Dota this week. It was absolutely amazing. Just a proper scrap all the way through, and I'm looking forward to seeing more today as Cyber Legacy. They pick up the Nyx Assassin, the Puck, and the Lich. Meanwhile, HellRaisers, they've got themselves the Tiny, the Disruptor, and the Doom, taking out the Enchantress, the StarLadder, Timbersaw, Abaddon, as well as the Phantom Lancer, and AA Troll Warlord, Batrider, Monkey King, as well as the Darkseer, taken out by Cyber Legacy. And again, if you were watching yesterday, then you know about the Batrider Darkseer combination. If you weren't, go back and find the VODs, find the replays in game. You know, go and just check that out. The Gambit versus what was it? Game 1? Yeah, that's what you should be checking. Gambit versus Forza Game 1 yesterday with the Batrider Darkseer combination. It was just absolutely disgusting. It was legitimately one of the most terrifying things I've ever seen in Dota. With the Darkseer surging up the Batrider could get across with the Boots of Travel, got across half the map in probably less than 10 seconds. It was just unbelievable to watch. He got the lasso off as well. The distance that he could pull them because of the lasso across the map, like
10 seconds to go,
away from the team. It took the team again. You were looking at watching it going, there's no way the team with the person being lassoed can catch up with this. It was just impossible. As Clinks is going to be the fourth pickup here for the side of Cyber Legacy. Beastmaster comes out on the side of HellRaisers, and HellRaisers looking to maybe do some early fighting. But Cyber Legacy, that is a good mid-game combo coming out for Cyber Legacy, because you've got things like the Chain Frost and the Dream Coil. Once these ultimates are up, especially the Impale as well, that's going to have that little bit of control. Do need to be careful, because obviously Disruptor, if he's going to be able to get a good Static Storm off, with the Beastmaster Roar there as well, the Clinks will need to watch out about being roared, because that is, I mean, that's totally destroys any hero, but Clinks is all about his mobility, getting in, getting the kills, getting himself out. So
10 seconds to go.
Clinks could be in. I mean, obviously it was picked after Cyber Legacy have a plan here as they ban out the Naga Siren.
Radiant's pick.
Templar Assassin.
Templar Assassin. Okay, I do like Templar Assassin. Just, oh, excuse me, hiccups. Generally, as a hero, Templar Assassin is one of those that you look at and you think, that is a lane winner. That is a lane winner. Because
10 seconds to
how
go.
can it not be? Being able to deny your opponent the ability to do damage to you, getting a damage boost at level 1 as well, increasing your range, just the minus armor that the Templar Assassin picks up. The fact that she's so good at farming the neutral stacks as well, just accelerates a farm to the point where I think over the past 3 or 4 days when we've seen her, she's had a Blink Desolator for about 13-14 minutes, and at that point she just goes off. Absolutely, like a button clicks and Templar Assassin turns into the Terminator Assassin. Just being able to roam around the map and look for kills, not only look for kills, look for absolute team wipes with the rest of his team. I do believe that we saw it, and I don't do believe, I know we saw it over the ESL major qualifiers. I can't remember which team it was that ran it, but it went something like 14-0-18. It was like an absolutely disgusting powerhouse. Terrorblade, again, it's, I mean, Cyber Legacy have to be careful about the Terrorblade. They do. It is true. But the Templar Assassin, if she gets going before the Terrorblade, because we saw this happen to Cyber Legacy yesterday, they picked up the Terrorblade, and before the Terrorblade was even effective, the game was pretty much over. Like, the Terrorblade was scraping the barrel for farm, while his tier 3 towers were being pushed in, racks were being taken as well. So Palintimos, he's going to have an idea of the timing here that Cyber Legacy need to achieve because of the Terrorblade being picked up here. So Kasani, it will be on the Doom, the Poshka on the Disruptor. We've got Gilgear on the Tiny, Funnick playing the Beastmaster, And just waiting now for Nyx to pick up his Terrorblade as Pikachu. I choose you to play the Templar Assassin. Palintimos is on the Clinks. Happy Terraria playing the Lich. And Chappie offlane on that Puck, followed by Bignum on the Nyx Assassin. And once again, we do have Nyx versus Nyx. So, hopefully no confusion there in the team fights. Gotta love that Terrorblade set as well. It just looks proper funky. And shout out to Nyx for getting the coloured gem there as well. Just to change it, because, I mean, who doesn't want a bit of uniqueness to their Arcana? As I think that is the the worst Templar Assassin set I've ever seen. But we're not here for Dota fashion tips. We're here for Dota CIS matches, and we are going to get underway with the first game. Okay, just completely skip over the Radiant intro. That's fine. They don't need it anyway.
Better get ready.
Are you ready to rumble?
We all done? We all tipped out, voice lines, everything like that? Good. Of course, there's always one. Thanks, Bignum. So yeah, big trades coming through. Again, I've talked about this pretty much every single match for CIS Dota. I'm not sure how it is in the other regions, but they like to stack up 3 heroes on the bot, and then like a couple on the top as well, depending on Radiant Die. HellRaisers, you know, they push 2 top, but Maposhka's going to be in a little bit of trouble. There will be an Impale coming out as well as right clicks, but yeah, this is what
30 seconds.
they just like to trade outposts, and I'm not sure if this happens in other regions. But yeah, both teams just like to do it, I guess. It does limit the TP options, means you can't TP to the outpost and then wander down to block your lane. It means that the carry more than likely has to do it, which could potentially, not in these lineups, but it does potentially put the blocking hero at risk of a gank. But then you just see the TPs away. Yeah, Happy Terraria, I'd be surprised if he stayed here any longer than it takes to pick up this rune, and then just TP'd himself top. Maybe gets a little bit of harass onto the Terrorblade, because the Clink shouldn't be in too much trouble up against Beastmaster and Tiny. Tiny, Boots, not even gone for Tangos, he's actually gone for Clarity. So, we have been seeing the past couple of days about, in the qualifiers. Yes, love that, absolutely love that. And it's going to be the Doom mid up against Templar Assassin. Okay, I've never seen this matchup before. Interested to see how it's going to go. Top lane, Lich has TP'd himself up. It looks like he frost blasted on the bottom lane there as well. Again, just to get a little bit of harass out onto Terrorblade,
Silence for the Dyer's courier.
as Maposhka will be able to clean up Bignum's courier. Poor couriers, they're in the war zones more than the heroes at the minute. As Chappie just needs to back himself off. Going to take a little bit of harass. Top lane, again, trades are going to be there. And this is going to be a really hard lane, I think, for Funnick. Not only will the Tiny look to be rotating through, he's going to get that pull off. But yeah, not only is the Tiny looking to rotate through, you're up against 2 ranged heroes as well. And Clinks, let me make sure I get this right. Because Funnick, he's going to go for the TP. And only level 1 on Happy Terraria, so there will not be any Sinister Gaze to drag back. As,
So much for the Radiant's courier.
again,
Poor little fella.
just trading off Maposhka's courier now. How much is the permanent damage? 5 permanent damage bonus. So, every time that Beastmaster dies, or at least every time Beastmaster dies while Clint is under the effect of Death Pact, you know, it's going to make the lane even harder, just because 5 damage adds up over time. Just making sure the couriers get out fine. Oh, okay, we're going to pause. Binds. Got to make sure you've got the... Oh, well, Palintimos is going... I guess that was a toss, yeah. Into the avalanche. Is he in tower range here as well? I do believe he is.
Yes. Well, look at that.
So let's see how this is going to go. Palintimos has been tossed back. Beastmaster has already used his balls. The balls literally just summoned. It looks like everybody's ready to go as well. So Palintimos, how's he going to be able to get out of this? He's not got any Ghost Walk just yet, so the right click's out. This is going to be First Blood. Yeah. It gets split because the tower gets the last hit, but that is First Blood going the way of Gilgear as well as Funnick. Pikachu, how's he doing in the mid lane? Trade-wise, last hits, they are pretty much even. Pikachu probably starts to look to, well, with the illusions now as well, probably starts to look to the jungle about level 4 or 5, which is where it might trade off just a little bit. Top lane though. Another avalanche going to be coming through. The toss as well now onto the Lich. What is he going to be doing with the Frost Shield? Right clicks from Palintimos with these Frost Arrows, but the ball, it wasn't up just yet, and Happy Doraria is going to be able to get himself back and salve out. Now, Palintimos might have the damage here. Funnick gets pretty low. He's only got Tangos left now as well. Spot lane. Bignum looks like he was going for that pull, but Miposhka is here just to try and upset him a little bit. How's Terrorblade doing now as well? Again, all the calls seem to be pretty equal in the farming. Bignum's going to try and do what he can to just harass here, as Chappie is going to take actual harass here. The Impale is going to miss. But yeah, these Nyx illusions, the Terrorblade illusions, doing damage to Chappie. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Kasani, this might be where he starts to lose his advantage. With the Sideblades being a lot higher in level, around level 3 or 4, it's going to be harder for Kasani to get up, use things like the Infernal Blade when he skills that up, though the Scorched Earth should still work on the Templar Assassin. That's a much better looking Templar Assassin down there. But anyway, it's... how's this doing? Palintimos, he's going to be taking a lot of harass here from Funnick, but Funnick, again, just needs to be careful anytime Tiny leaves the lane. And Tiny, going for the pull. Again.
His ability.
That's still ridiculous. That is absolutely still... what's the vision like on that? That's not bad vision, right? For living wards. Get a creep up there every few minutes. Just refresh that. Meanwhile, bottom lane. Again, Nyx, he's got himself an Invis Rune. Only level 2, so there's not really any mana burn coming out here as well to really put the damage on Miposhka. Impale will be there though. There's still the Orb as well as the Wind and Rift coming forwards. This might actually be the Spike Carapace, yeah. Gonna be there just in the Thunderbolt. That was actually really good. Bignum hugged Chappie. Chappie gets the well, it's not even the first, it's the second kill of the game. But it just registers. First kill here though for Cyber Legacy. But yeah, it was really good by Bignum just to hug out Chappie with a Spike Carapace there, so once the Thunderbolt actually procs. Top lane now as well. Happy Doraria is going to be able to get himself the Frost Shield off. Is he going to be able to walk himself away though? They might go for the harass onto Funnick, maybe try and trade these kills off. There is going to be the death pack there, so that's going to be the bonus 5 damage coming out. And now Gilgear is going to be in a little bit of trouble again. Just the right click, and it's refreshed, so Gilgear needs to be really careful. 1-2 more shots on this, and Gilgear will be giving up another 5 damage. But he's going to come back out now. Is he going to show himself? Looks like he just gets himself out, and Clint isn't going to be chasing. And it's just a flat 5 permanent damage, yeah, so there's no scaling damage bonus there. But you've got to think, this is... It's half... Yeah, what's the cooldown on it? 90 seconds? So it's effectively half as powerful. As
Yes.
the Legion Commander ult in terms of benefits, but it also gives you a health gain, armor reduction. I don't like this skill. Like, I get that they balance for pros, you know, obviously that's going to be the main feature, but bloody hell is that skill not overpowered when you can't coordinate in pubs. Which again, I get the pros. Wouldn't want it to be too underpowered, otherwise it'd never see play. Oh, Bignum's actually looking for the courier. The courier, Bignum, he's not going to be able to find it now. He just changes targets over to Mimposhka, gets the impale off. There's going to be the orb through now, as well as the body blocks, but Bignum's going to be taking a few tower shots. The silence will come out. Chappie's going to go for it. It's going to be Mimposhka on less than 50 health, but he does survive. Really important there, as the Beastmaster not got any axes, so he has to do this the old-fashioned way. With the Tiny here, trying to farm up this neutral stack. The block, I think it's just on the edge, so... Oh, didn't mean to ping that, but... Yeah, these creeps, it's a complete non-block. I wonder if he's just using that Sentry Ward to look for any other blocks. As Palentimos will be able to move himself over here, farm up the neutrals that are left. Meanwhile, Nix, what's he doing? He's just hiding away. He's just barely on the edge of the vision here, Nix. They aren't going to be able to see him, but, well, he sees Terrorblade, and Terrorblade just moves himself back. The courier once again. Nix. Yeah, the night vision on the illusions. I think he just barely saw him coming up those steps. So now, can I feel going to be committed just to get that D-ward off? Bignum thought about going for the impale, but he's not actually going to use it. What's the vision like on that? That's not too bad. This Beastmaster moving himself into the jungle now with his bow just to do a little bit of farming. It is level 5, so that roar isn't too far off. As Palentimos, the pull comes out. Gilgear, though, is going to come in with the avalanche to try and do what he can, but the creeps, they weren't taken down low enough for him to get any farm from that. Oh, yeah, could you think of a more perfect item? Well, no, maybe the Poor Man's Shield. That's going to be great for the Templar Assassin here, as he has started to farm up the stacks. Gilgear, maybe looking for the toss back. Is he going to be able to get it? Happy Dorari just decommits onto that. Decommits, uncommits. As mid lane, Kasani and Pikachu still facing off as Mimposhka.
Bottom tower seem better.
The Dream Coil was used here. Chappie gets himself a second kill. Because, yeah, Terrorblade, he's just going to be farming up in the jungle. He's got himself the triple Wraith Bands. Beastmaster will be moving down, so create space here for the Tiny. We're not going to be seeing the roaming Tiny today. He's going to be playing a semi-offlane hero, like a 3.5. Just looking for runes and farm. Does have his boots though. Oh, is he going to be able to get there in time to stop this? He is absolutely not. Literally a second too late, and he would have been able to stop Happy Dorari from getting that. But Clincy's going to rotate over now as well. It's just going to make it a little bit harder.
Radiant's top tower.
Oh, the courier. Does he carry on going? He's seen the courier, so he might actually chase this one down and go for it. Palentimos, no, he's actually going to go. Gilga is here. There's going to be the rotation in from the Lich now as well, as he look for this rune in the river. Gilga could be in a whole lot of trouble. Will be. The Sinister Gaze will be coming out now as well. Death Pack not going to be used.
Such a brittle life.
So no extra bonus damage here, as Palentimos will be cleaning up Gilga.
Dyer's been having technical difficulties.
But now Clink's going to be going for the Diffusal Blade. Spike Carapace does actually proc onto the Doom. He gets close enough there to use it. As it just looks like Terrorblade and TA going to be doing jungle farming, but TA really close to this Desolator, which is really going to start the power spike and the snowball from Pikachu.
Bad shape.
As Nyx in the jungle, what's he looking towards? He's looking towards the Manta style. Getting
Radiant's top towers.
not even close, just about a third of the way over to the Yasha. And I do believe once Pikachu hits that Desolator
Radiant's top towers in bad
in
shape.
about 600 gold, he will start to look for the rotations, look for the kills, look for the Blink Dagger. Oh, Dream Coil's going to be there. They've got the Vendetta now as well. Silence comes out. The right click from the Vendetta. And now this will be another kill. Puck actually dives back. Maybe just to try and avoid the roar. As Palintimos did rotate down. But was a little bit too late to find the kill. Or help find the kill here on the Beastmaster. Now this might open up the lane here for Gilgir because they know the Lich is alone. But who's got TPs? Everybody but the Clink. So if Happy Dorari does get in distress, they might be able to TP and save now. But Maposhka is just going to rotate back. Terrorblade and his illusions. Doing jungle farms. Still. Funnick. I think he saw, yeah, the Roar's going to be coming in now as well. Can these turn this around? It's going to be the static zone, kinetic field. Palintimos is outside of that. Bignum gets in there with the Spike Carapace though. What is he going to be able to do? Because Kasani's rotating up now as well. The Impale is going to stop two in the tracks. But it looks like they want to carry on going. The Glimpse is going to get at least Palintimos back. Do they have the reveal? The Avalanche in the top spot, actually. They might get both of these kills. But the Frost Shield, Palintimos will tick down eventually to Kasani. Now they swap targets over to Happy Dorari. The Spike Carapace is going to be there. Stuns up the Doom and the Impale there as well. Keeps him underneath this tier 1 tower as the TP is going to be coming in from the Terrorblade. Kinetic field will be there, so Pikachu though, he's going to be popping the trap. And now maybe they try and turn this one around. The Doom will be out onto the Templar Assassin. They are going to be able to take him down. Bignum gets the deny. Big play though, just to stop the Doom from picking up that kill. Chappie is back, does have the Dream Call. 3 heroes grouped up for that if he wanted to use it. He doesn't. And Lich is only level 5, in fact will pick up 6 here, so maybe they now turn and try and go for this Dream Call play on at least 2 of the heroes. Orb will fly through.
Dire's mid tower could use a
But it looks like they're just going to try and disengage here as Plintz goes back to the top lane to farm. Maybe push down this tier 1 tower as well. Nope, okay, just going to rotate into the jungle.
Radiant's top tower's hurting. Radiant structures must have been fortified.
So yeah, Palintimos, it just looks like
Dire's bottom tower.
HellRaisers, even with the Terrorblade, they're taking themselves a tier 1 tower. I say even with the Terrorblade, I mean like, because he's still in the jungle farming. You know, he is there, he's got that Yasha now as well. So these illusions now starting to do work for him. And there are some semi-stacks about the Radiant jungle, as the Dire jungle looks like it's going to be invaded here by the rest of the Radiant. Tiny in the mid lane. Well, there could be an Impale. Bignum was teasing it there before. Again, still no mana burn here. Didn't want to go for that, as they are going to go into the Roshan pit. Palintimos, as well as Pikachu with the minus arm, the Desolator, as well as that Blightstone and the Meld onto Roshan, really reducing that armor. So, Roshan, they don't really have any vision on this. They're just going to hear the Roshan being taken and Pikachu pick up the Aegis. Now, Dream Call, it's actually going to be onto the Terrorblade. Are they going to be able to find this kill here now? Terrorblade is going to be able to use the Sunder on Bignum, but Bignum gets the Spike Carapace just to make sure there is no chase. The Frost Blast, Chain Frost, sorry, is bouncing around on the back line, so it looks like they are going to be able to kill off. Terrorblade goes down. Clint gets himself another 5 damage now as well. Kasani, are they going to go for the chase? Pikachu, there is no Doom for 5 back lines. He might be able to find Chappie here. As the Glimpse is going to come back, but he just phase shifts it off. Gets the silence now. Tiny Gilgir in a whole load of trouble. Bignum is going to be able to find that last hit. And Pikachu being salved up again. Still does have the Aegis. As I'm surprised. Well, it looks like they're just going to back off for bounties.
And good. A gift from the tempest of battle.
But I'm surprised after that fight they didn't maybe look to push onto the tier 1 tower.
You know the drill.
Oh, does Pikachu actually trade off the... No, he actually TPs the Vampire Fan back, which maybe Blinks picks up. The Philosopher's Stone, that's going to be great for Lich. It's going to be really good for the Lich. As Pikachu just couldn't hand it off to him.
You know the drill.
Fly it in yourself. You're only 2 feet away from me, but still, fly it in.
Dire structures looking fortified.
It's like when you get a delivery and it goes from the depot right next to your house to halfway across the country. Just to come back on itself to you.
Ain't a pretty sight right now.
Kasani was spotted out. Will be running himself away. Actually went for the Spirit Vessel as well as that Echo Saber. And he's got himself the ice armor now as well. That's going to be quite nice.
Radiant's bottom
Fighting up
tower's
against
done
Clinks and
for.
TA. Lich is going to be able to claim another outpost. It looks like we're just going to get the outpost trades again. Which does mean if you are looking for a gank in the enemy jungle and you need reinforcements, you know, the TPs can still be there. It all depends on where you're putting pressure on the map. Meteor Hammer picked up by Bignum already. He's only got Brown Bits Meteor Hammer, but that's going to be quite good. It means they're going to be able to get this tier 1 tower down eventually. Yeah, have to just make sure, Bignum makes sure the tower actually gets finished off. Gilga's going to try and go in. Avalanche toss back onto Pikachu. Chainfrost now will be bouncing around. Kasani Spike Carapace comes out now as well. Doom going to be dragged back. He's actually still stunned up, so the Sinister Gaze not going to be super effective. Kasani is going to be able to get himself away from this. Orb will come through from the puck, so Kasani going to be slowed down by the Diffuser Blade now as well. And Clink's up to 25 permanent death pack damage. Because why the hell not? Meteor Hammer's gonna drop. There's the fortification though.
Mid tower won't last much longer.
As it looks like Cyber Legacy maybe wanted to just rotate around, look for more targets. Look to be fighting around the map. 4 to 11, 17 minutes in. Net worth. Why not? But yeah, Blink Dagger is going to be there, so the Clarity can be popped. Now Pikachu will be able to get that off.
How did this happen?
And this is really going to help Pikachu. What is he? 0, 1, and 4. I thought he'd actually got a couple of kills in. But it was just the assist. But again, that's not too bad. Pikachu now, again, can start to look to be more effective around the map. Even just with, I'm hearing a glimpse back. There's going to be the Sinister Gaze. Then when Poshka should be going down here. And that's going to be another 5 damage over to the Clinks. Bignum, what's he going for next? Just going to go straight into, well, I did think this was a position for Nyx, but the amount of money he's getting. Did the Lich actually get the Blossom Stone as well? Didn't actually fly anything out. Who picked it up? Did anybody pick it up?
Radiant's bottom tower ain't pretty right now.
Oh, Lich does have it. It might just be on the way. Yeah, it looks like it is coming out on the courier now. The roll will be used as Kasani needs to back himself away. There's going to be the Dream Call onto the Terrorblade. Kasani does have the Doom, but everybody on the side of Cyber Legacy just going to back themselves away. Smoke comes out. Yeah, looks like they're just going to TP away. They've got themselves a decent amount of damage here on this bot lane. You know, the melee racks will heal up eventually, but they've done a little bit to the ranged and a tier 3 at 20 minutes in. So Cyber Legacy looking to just get aggressive and push round. Maybe take the last couple of tier 2s on the map here as well. As Doom got himself the Echo Saber as well as the Spirit Vessel. And he's not really got anything in the past couple of minutes. He is saving up for the BKB. So yeah, he's not really got it. Like I say, last time we talked about it, it's not really got anything more. And phase boots aren't bad as well on the Doom, especially with the Scorched Earth. But especially being the tier, not the tier 2, the position 2. You do expect him to carry on farming these items up after the BKB. Maybe get a Shiva's Guard or a Blink Dagger of his own, maybe an AC. Oh, are they going to be able to get this off? They might be able to get the Outpost trade off. Yeah, they're going to be able to get it. So the XP will be given over to both teams. Invis Rune in the river now as well.
Invisibility.
As Gilgi is going to be able to pick that one up.
My just reward.
And Tiny though. Do they have the vision here? They can see Palintimos. That sentry just got dropped. I hear a puck in the mid lane. There is going to be the Avatos coming through from the Tiny. Tiny got that blink.
The Dire might want to mine their top tower.
As Palintimos got himself towards the MKB. He's actually only about 400 gold away from it. Well, make that 3.5. Poor Hawk. Even the Nyx Assassin, net worth-wise, isn't doing too bad. You know, Beastmaster, if we take a look at him as well, he's got himself the Vlads and the Medallion going straight towards that Solar Crest. What are they going to be able to do here? HellRaisers, they're not too far behind. It's only a 5k net worth deficit for them. They should be able to catch up pretty darn easily. Mid lane, there's going to be the toss back onto the roar now as well. Nyx Assassin not going to be able to get that. Does get the spike carapace off, but will still go down. Kasani does get it there. There's going to be a 3-man Dream Call. Any follow-up? Chain Frost, maybe. It will be popped. There will be the Frost Armor there from the Lich now as well. But the Dream Call, that's going to be broken now as well. The Glimpse back, but the BKB is there from Pikachu. Right clicks Kasani. Going to be finished off. Palintimus now. Want to carry on pushing him. Puck's definitely going for it. The damage there from the orb onto Miposhka. Miposhka, is he going to be able to get himself away from this? The Puck, he's got the blink up in a few seconds now as well. Even using the Vampire Fangs, there's going to be the Static Storm connected field. So Puck could be in a little bit of trouble, but if it was off in quick enough time, it's not going to do. Miposhka will be able to get the kill from the grave onto Chappie. But his team probably wants him alive a little bit more. And this should be a lane. No, it's just going to be a ranged wax. Okay, maybe they push in with the creeps. But it looks like they maybe just want to back off. Roshan, going to be a long one. 2.5 minutes. Oh, there's even a DD here. Pignum's going to see it. The tip's coming out on Miposhka because it was a good play. That was a great play. To know you're dead. You turn around, you get the kinetic field, the static storm. Puck took a couple of power shots from the tower as well. As the tiny... Wrong place, wrong time, my friend. Oh, another Dream Call comes out onto Kasani. Kasani's not going to be able to get himself away from this again. I do not believe, unless he wants to try and break the Dream Call. Impale's going to be there. Spike Carapace used as well. Roar comes out. It actually hits the Nyx. So that means, well, the Sinister Gaze is going to drag him out of the hammer here. Funnick, but he's still going to be killed off. And that's no Doom for 35 seconds. Buyback instantly comes out from the Beastmaster. Funnick doesn't want to be giving his team the disadvantage. Tiny's going to be respawning here now as well. But again, just 1 minute and 20 seconds before Roshan is back up. Pikachu just popping these clarities, pops the trap in the Roshan pit as well so they can see when it's back up. Hammer, this is, I mean, he's not made any more progress after getting the point booster on his Aghanim Scepter, but really this is only the only item the Nyx Assassin needs. He is an 1-item hero. Everything else is just, you know, luxury. There's Roshan. 38 seconds before he's back. Chappie will be able to claim that outpost. I'm going to go for a Lincoln Sphere now as well on Chappie.
Radiant's top tower is taking hits.
Yeah.
One last top
Cyber Legacy just want to be taking control of the map. There might be. Is there a smoke up here?
Dire's mid tower's having technical difficulties.
There is on Miposhka if they want to go for this.
Them Dire buildings are tough as nails for now.
And the Dire have no vision. But of course Nick says, hold on, I've got a camp to farm.
The Dire disown their mid tower.
Any second now. Hawk's going to be doing a little bit of scouting. Roshan, that is going to be back up now as well. So spotted, I think, by the Hawk. Yeah, going to be spotted by the Hawk. So they're going to be waiting. They wait at least for one room. Sentry Ward's going to be dropped now as well. Are they just playing 5 protect Nyx while Nyx farms up here?
A prize.
Okay, we finally get the smoke. Roshan, well, sentries aren't in range, but this observer is going to be in range of this sentry. And the pit is double trapped. Oh, the blink forward, the avalanche, no toss though. The reveal comes through now as well. Sinister Gaze is going to be there. Hapteroria thrown up into the air, but they are going to be getting the return kill now onto Gilgir. Static Storm, is that going to be coming out? There is not going to be one just yet, as Nyx Assassin does get the Sunder. Kills off the Templar Assassin. The right clicks now as well. They take down the Nyx Assassin. Nick, no, buyback. But buyback from TA, they're going to try and go into Phonic. They do get the kill now as well. Sinister Gaze, there's going to be no Sunder. And now the Static Storm comes up. The Doom is out onto Clinks, but Clinks, he's just going to be right-clicking while he's still alive. Are they going to be able to get that to deny? Avalanche comes out, and Palintimus will be killed off here by Gilgir. Gilgir, the chase, is going to be on the glimpse back onto Pikachu, but Pikachu don't care. Pikachu still gets the kill. And do they go into the Roshan pick now? Oh, Kasani's going to go for the TP. Chappie just couldn't get him. Yeah, so they are going to be going into the Roshan pit. They need this after the buyback on the Templar Assassin. And Roshan, this is the cheese now as well. They've got a clinch back up in 22. So the response times are still pretty short. Pikachu. He's got himself the cheese and the Aegis. He's actually still using the Poor Man's Shield. Kasani's Blink is going to come forward. BKB is going to be there though. Frost Shield BKB by the Templar Assassin. Kasani did finish the BKB. Going to be going towards the AC now as well. Which is going to be quite nice against all the minus armor coming out on the side of Cyber Legacy. Ooh, even got themselves a Mango Tree. The group up's coming. Clinks is rotating in now as well. What's he got himself? The full MKB. Just keeps the Titan's lever. Maybe bringing this out for the Templar Assassin as well. As Pikachu wants to be coming in. Again, does need to be careful. Make sure he doesn't get picked off here before Palintimos can get here. Before they can get the full scale of the team fight. Who did he hand it off to?
Silence.
Was it then? He did have it. Did he just TP it back? He must have just TP'd it back. So Pikachu actually wants to stick with the Poor Man's Shield. As it looks like, what's Chappie got? Still got the Vampire Fangs, got his Lincoln Sphere now as well. If we take a look at the side of the Radiant, again the BKB is there, that was using Maposhka. Just got the Glimmer Cape, that might actually be quite good. Just in a pinch for keeping people alive as the repair kit does come out here for the Clinks.
The mysteries renew me.
Tiny. Blink is here. As well as the regen boots. Nothing really after that. He's going to be going for the Ghost Scepter. Gilgear. Are they going to try and make a target out of Gilgear here now? The trap has been popped and Gilgear is trying to run himself away. He just stops before he captures the outpost now as well. So Pikachu is going to be able to get that TP in.
Dire's top tower, you know the drill.
Oh, and Gilgear going to be able to get the TP away. That's quite nice. You know, he will evade. Just make the Dire look for him for a few seconds. There's Chappie. Still got that wand. Going towards the Agnum Scepter now. Beastmaster should be going towards this. It's actually still going towards that medallion. Did he pick anything else up? He's got a couple of things of dust, you know, his magic wand, but the Vlad's medallion is still the only couple of items. I mean, his net worth, he's only about 300 behind the Nyx, who is about halfway now towards the Agnum Scepter. Terrorblade trying to do a little bit of farming. How's looking on the buyback? Doesn't have it. Is about 1300 gold away from it, so this needs to be a big fight for him. He cannot die here. In fact, only the Clinks with the Clinks buys out. No buyback for Clinks. And what did he get himself? What's coming out on the courier? BKB. Okay, yeah, that's going to be really useful in this fight. And swapped out for the Enchanted Quiver as well. But a minute and a half-ish before Roshan will reclaim that Aegis, so nothing really,
Death and gold are linked.
you know, no super amount of pressure put on here by the side of HellRaisers to try and reclaim some of this map. And Cyber Legacy are fine with this. They're just going to sit back and say, you know what, yeah, cool. Templar Assassin now as the Deadless. Aegis, we'll just chill. We'll take control of your jungle. You know, you can farm the scraps, farm all the creeps that push into your base. You know, all 5 heroes can fight over that. While we farm the entire map. I'm surprised they're not pushing back this this top lane. As Gilgear is going to be rotating up to the top of this. Maybe to look for the last bit of gold here to get this Ghost Scepter, because he's only about 250, 230 away from it. So he goes round. He's going to be seeing a decent creep wave. Gets that off. And that is going to be the gold that he needs. So he's going to be able to pick up at least the Ghost Scepter. Yeah, just TPs himself back to base. Pikachu. he's just playing it back, and Aegis will be reclaimed in the next couple of seconds. Yeah, so he gets a little bit of mana back. That's nice, right? It's a little benefit. As it looks like they want to go for the smoke. They know the Aegis has been reclaimed now. The timing on that is about right. Chappie going to break the smoke. Gilgear is going to go for the blink. Bignum though. Do they have the vision on this? They have a little bit up the high ground, but they're not going to see the Imbers next. Where was the blink coming through? It's actually going to be the Doom onto the Templar Assassin. Do they have the Real now as well? They might be able to slow him down. Infernal Blood's going to go, but the Roar now as well. Tiny will be popping that Ghost Scepter. Can they kill him off? Bignum will be able to get it with that Mana Burn now as well. Nyx gets the kill on Splintermos. Kasani, Chainfrost is going to bounce through it. Takes down at least the Beastmaster. Now the Static Storm has been... it's not actually been used. That Connected Field has been though. The Meteor Hammer's going to come up on top of the Terrorblade. Terrorblade still has that Sunder. Is he going to go for it? Bignum's being Spirit Vessel down now as well. Spike Carapace going to be popped. The right clicks now as well. They're just going to be able to clean these one up. Not even using the Sunder. Didn't have the mana for it. Bignum tries to get himself out with the Impale.
Radiant's bottom racks. It's
Who picked up the gem? Doom picked up the gem. Who did it belong to? Doraria. So it will change hands as Nyx Assassin just says, support, come here. You have my health. And we'll take that off Miposhka. Miposhka, he is going to be able to get the regen boots as well as the Spirit Vessel. So it's not awful for him. And it's not like it was in the middle of the fight as well, just leaving Miposhka to die. Like Mario jumping off Yoshi to get a higher score, while Yoshi sinks into the void.
The Dire
So HellRaisers, even though they've got a 5k deficit and they're, 11 kills behind, that was a really good smoke fight for them. They are going to be able to take at least, well, no buybacks in the TA and the puck.
No breaking through the
Fortification is going to be there. The creeps though, this should be a set of racks. Frost Shield's going to be used. Bignum going to try and do what he can. The Impale, the Meteor Hammer's going to be there on top of it now as well. But the toss, it's going to stun up. Spike Carapace will be coming out, but they should still get this. Chainfrost will bounce that around now as well. So it will be a 1-for-1 trade. Nyx needs to be careful. The Chainfrost, the Glimmer Cape will be there to save his life. And if he wants to... Okay, he's just going to TP away. I was going to say, you know, Miposhka is there. It's personal blood bank. So yeah, thanks to that Frost Shield as well as the Chain Frost, they are going to be able to protect this tier 3 tower here in the mid lane on the side of Cyber Legacy. A puck on the bottom lane. Do they have the vision? They just barely see him. He's going to go for the blink anyway to cancel this. Nope. That's Kasani. How close did he? He didn't actually go for that AC. He's changed his mind. He's going to go for a halberd instead. Roshan is back alive now as well. Pikachu straight into the pit. Spots it from that trap. And again, is there any vision here from the side of the Radiant? There is not. And they're all down the bottom side of the map. In fact, Miposhka's just TP'd now as well. The Scribbles comes out, but it's too late. Oh, do you give this to Happy Duro? I think you do give it to Happy. You give it to somebody. Somebody takes it. Okay, Puck's going to take it. I'm actually not too far off the full ads here for the Puck. Only about 300 gold away. But again, you've got to be saving for that buyback, because it is going to cost you... Guys, it's going to cost you 2k for the buyback. Maybe he does just take the full Aghanim Scepter and just kind of hopes he doesn't die. Gilgear in the mid lane.
Lost the top tower.
Bignum is back. He's still only running the Boots of Speed, so no Boots of Travel or anything for him. He is going to be able to pick up that full Aghanim Scepter now though as well. Buys out for that. That's Terrorblade. Just continues to farm on the bot lane. As far as the net worth goes, he is top. Only by a little bit though. Terrorblade as well as the Templar Assassin within 2k of each other, so it's not too bad. And now, Puck, we're going to be able to deal with these illusions. Or at least most of them. This one Still wants to put pressure onto the tower as the 2 siege creeps
Dire's bottom towers
just
getting
keep
business.
plinking away at this tier 2 tower. They will be dealt with by the tower itself. If this is a smoke gang, we are going to be seeing a smoke. Haste. Any vision of the river? Absolute zero. And you know what? Tiny, his health could be absolute zero now as well. The right click's coming out. Palintimo's going to be able to get himself another 55 damage. He even pops the ult for this now as well. Buyback comes through instantly from the Tiny. It looks like they want to go for this, but is he going to be able to get the Sunder off now as well? He's dead for 85 seconds. Terrorblade, no buyback, and it's down 1200 gold. He did not save for buyback. Miposhka going to go for the TP anyway. Anything to bring him back? There is not. But still, you are a Terrorblade down, while Cyber are an Aegis up. Meteor's going to be dropped, but Palintimos is like, it would have taken me 3 extra seconds to finish that. But I guess time is of the essence while they have this 60-second gap. Oh, the toss. I think he actually phase shifted the middle of that toss animation. This Pikachu wants to be coming in. This tier 3 tower, if they can get, just look how quickly that goes down.
Radiant's mid tower's in trouble.
And now the melee racks as well. They know there's no buyback, otherwise Terrorblade would have been back already. Especially with the Tiny committing his. Atong's still waking up. But yeah, the Tiny committing his for that fight. So they're going to be able to get themselves a tier 3 tower and a melee racks. Ooh, Dream Call comes out. Gilga is going to be a whole load of trouble. The right click's coming through to get the reveal. Second lane of racks, or second melee racks at least, will go down. 1 lane and a melee. Claimed here, 6 seconds before Terrorblade is back up. Do they want to fight this? They do have the cheese as well as the Aegis still. And Aegis has about a minute and a half left on it. Maybe a minute and 40 seconds. Hawk spots the TA. The TA not even using boots. Funnick, what's he got himself? He's going to be the gem carry for now. He's only running the boots of speed himself. Maybe looking for those boots of travel later on. As Bignum will be picking up the Aghanim Scepter and then being able to burrow in this tier 3 tower on the top lane. It don't stand a chance. As these Skelly Archers are going to be coming out now as well. Oh, Pikachu's going to get low. Again, does still have an Aegis. The Roar's going to be there. BKB by Palintimos. So they're going to try and fight this with the Staff of Dawn. They will at least be able to pop that Aegis. He takes down Palintimos now as well. A third kill. Bignum, the Chain Frost is still bouncing around. Are they going to be able to get Bignum though? The Meteor Hammer will be dropped as Terrorblade. He will be dead. That's 3 heroes dead on the side of HellRaisers. They give it the GG and disconnect.
Lost one. Radiant's mid-rags taking some
So,
punishment.
40 minutes in,
Dire's done it again.
and Cyber Legacy, who have been in a decent lead, apart from that one smoke gang by HellRaisers. I don't think they ever really took a bad fight, Cyber Legacy. So, yeah, no, 16 to 31, 16k net worth lead, 39 minutes and 5 seconds in. They are going to be taking the win, taking the advantage here in this best of 3 series. Don't forget, guys, it is a best of 3, so there's going to be at least one more match to come up, and then after that we'll have a best of 5. That's right, a best of 5. Let me say it once more just in case that didn't register. A best of 5 for the lower brackets finals. The winner of that goes through to the minor for CIS Dota to follow Gambit Esports. But for now, we are going to take a quick break, play some music, play some ads, pay the bills. Everybody's favourite part of the broadcast. And we'll be back with game number 2 right after this.